back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and the Danielle Hunter trade rumors will not go away. They continue to heat up, continue to persist. Something has got to break, and we're going to talk about that here. Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids. We are closing in on 6,500 subscribers. Cannot wait to get there. Be sure to be added to that list if you are not on it already, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far. All right, Danielle Hunter. Trade rumors all over Twitter today. Keep on hanging in there, keep lingering on, won't go away. So let's just look into this thing. So why are they looking to trade Danielle Hunter? Well, as the way things stand right now, he's got a $26 million cap hit. Vikings have to pay him an $18 million roster bonus by Sunday if he's still on the roster. I do think the Vikings are trying to work out a contract restructure. It doesn't sound like Danielle Hunter's camp wants to take that. They want to get paid what he deserves to be paid. And honestly, I mean, you can't blame the guy for wanting to get his money. So some things that have happened, apparently he's unfollowed the Vikings on Instagram and Twitter for whatever that's worth. So the Vikings have a huge decision to make. I mean, what else can they do? Are they being backed into this corner by Danielle Hunter's agent and Danielle Hunter himself? If they're refusing to take this restructure, it puts the Vikings and Kwesi Adefo-Mensah in a very tough spot. So that could be forcing a trade. This is where it gets very, very tricky because if you're forcing a trade, if they're forcing a trade, he's not going to come back at the price that he wants to come back at. You look at his injury history, but you look at his talent level. I mean, really, what is Danielle Hunter worth? He's probably worth multiple first-round picks, and you know, maybe a later pick as well. What are you going to actually get for him? You got to hold up for at least a first and something else. I mean, if you can't unload this guy for multiple day 2 picks or, you know, a third and a fifth, that would be absolutely horrible. That would be a huge, huge stain on the start of Kwesi Adefo-Mensah's career with the Vikings. So this is extremely tough. I think he's got to play hardball here. You got to get like a first, at least a first and a third, maybe a first, a third, and a player. You got to get something back for this guy. He is too damn good. Yes, he's been injured. Yes, he's missed. He's played, 7 games in 2 years. But his talent is absolutely elite. He was like the quickest player to 50 sacks in recent memory. He's only 26 years old. So a lot of positives for Danielle Hunter. And teams that, you know how good this guy is, know what he's worth, but they also know the situation the Vikings are in and could be lowballing him. So who would be willing to deal for Danielle Hunter? Well, the teams that have been floating around there, Dallas Cowboys have been one that continues to get mentioned by multiple sources on Twitter. You know, they just lost Randy Gregory to Dallas, so they could or to Denver, so they definitely need some help at the edge position there. The New York Jets are another team that I've seen rumored to inquire about Danielle Hunter. They have 2 picks in the top 10. So obviously that's a situation that would make sense as far as compensation wise. They could unload at least one of those first round picks and probably some later round picks as well. So Danielle Hunter trade rumors continue to heat up. Something has to give here pretty damn soon. If the Vikings do move this would suck. Yes, he's one of these talents you want to keep her. He's the kind of player that when you have these drafts every year in April, this is the kind of player you want to land. And now you have him. But with all the huge contracts that Rick Spielman has signed and created for the Vikings, they got to create room or they're just not going to be able to be compliant and pay the guys on the roster. So they got to do something here. And hopefully Kwesi does not settle for less than market value. But we'll see. This is a situation that they continue to monitor. And this is, you know, what happens with Hunter is basically the biggest way the Vikings can create up some cap room to assign some more players here. So everybody out there wanting to go get J.C. Treader or whatever, it all starts with what happens with Danielle Hunter. So again, we'll keep watching this closely. If news breaks, we'll be all over it. Let us know what you want to do with Danielle Hunter. What is he worth? What's going to happen? Do you want him here? Do you want him to go? Are you sick of this? You know, are you pissed that they kept Kirk Cousins instead of Hunter? If this is what it shakes out to be. Let me know in the comments. And until then, always keep your skull in your hole.